Hello everyone, in this video we are going to create that bed used in Volvo Excavator. So here you can see that I already have created that part. So here I am going to show you its feature and sketch used to make this part. So rolling back all the feature. And starting from the first sketch. So I am going to edit in sketch. Keep the sketch in normal position. And here I am going to show you its dimension with the help of smart dimension. So you can start your sketch from the origin with the help of line command. Simply draw a straight line having length of 1114 mm from center of the origin, and draw a vertical line which is 562.50 mm. Continue with the line command. Again draw a line 859.50 mm and draw a straight line from here which is 5100 mm. Now again draw a line perpendicular to the first line which is 950.50 mm. Again draw a line here which is 1054 mm. Again draw a line which is 1740.50 mm. Continue with the line command, defining the next dimension which is 1907 mm. Now defining the angle between both these two lines which is 174.18 degree. Now draw a straight line with the reference of the previous line which is 1840.50 mm. Now click on R command and draw a radius here which is 4142. Now our sketch is fully defined. Now exit from the sketch. So here I am going to draw the second one sketch. So for this we need to create a plane. So click on feature and select reference geometry, and from the reference geometry select the first reference plane, top plane, and make a plane at distance of 410 mm and click OK. Now here I am going to show you the second sketch which is created on the new plane. Such sketch is same as the previous one. First of all, draw a center line from the origin and draw a straight line which is 1114 mm, and draw two lines perpendicular to this line which is 722, and the next one is 1110 mm, and now draw again two lines perpendicular to the previous one which is 859.50 mm, and next one is 1054 mm. Now draw a straight line which is 5419 mm. Draw again line which is 1900 mm, and the next one is 1907 mm. Defining the angle between both these two lines which is 174.18 degree. Now continue with the line command, defining the next one which is 2000 mm. Now click on arc command and again draw arc here meeting both this point, which is 4142. Now exit from the sketch. After creating both sketch, click on loft command from the features and loft it base. Select first sketch and second sketch, and you can see completion of first command is loft command. So next is extrude cut. Here I'm going to show you its sketch first of all. For this, select front plane, keep this plane in normal position, click on line command, simply draw a straight line which is 802.64 mm. Again draw a straight line which is 3217 mm. Now defining the distance between the origin and the line point. Which is 323.50 mm. Continue with the line command. Again draw a line which is 3595.50 mm. Now draw a straight line perpendicular to it, which is 664.87. Now meet these 2 points with the help of line command again, which is 402.79 mm. After that, click on feature and select extrude cut, and extrude cut this sketch. Select direction through all and extrude it cut through all the whole body. See the changes in the body. After that, again we are apply extrude cut. So click on this side and keep this face in normal position and begin again a new sketch with the help of line command. So first of all, select line command and select construction line and draw a line from the center point of this edge, and after that make a rectangle here, defining the length and the width of the rectangle, which is 498.40 and length is 664 mm. Now defining its distance from the edge of the body, which is 97.75 mm. Again defining its length from the other side, which is 97.75. Or you can add relation between the rectangle and the center construction line and make them midpoint. After that, click on extrude cut feature and extrude it cut in blind up to 266.50 mm and click OK. Now rolling downward the mouse. Again select this face and click on sketch and draw 2 circles here. Now defining the diameter of the circle, which is 1731 mm, and the next one is 1419.50 mm. Now defining the distance between the center point of the circle and the origin, which is 1017.50 mm. After that, click on extrude boss command and extrude it boss up to 164.50 mm and click OK. Now again we are going to extrude boss So again select this face and click on sketch and draw two circles again here, concentric with the previous one sketch, defining the diameter of circle which is 284 mm and the inner circle having diameter 146 mm. Now click on feature and select extrude boss again and extrude it boss up to 234 mm and select draft, and what direction is 4 degree. Click OK. This one is created in taper shape, so for this we need to apply draft on the feature. Here we are again going to extrude boss. So for this we need to create a sketch again here. You can see the dimension of the sketch. Now click on feature and here we select surface or plane. So we select this one case and select blind direction which is up to 25 mm. Click OK. We can draw this sketch again or we can use the previous one sketch which is new to Extrude Cut. So from here you can click on the sketch and click on show and you can extrude both the sketch here and select offset from the surface and select this one page and extrude it both up to 25 mm, or you can create a new sketch for extrude both. Here I am going to hide this sketch. So the next feature is Extrude Cut. So click on Extrude Cut and click on sketch. Again select front plane and simply draw a rectangle here. Now defining the length and the width of this rectangle which is 692.50. Now defining its width which is 107.50 mm. Now click OK. Now click on the edge of the rectangle and body and defining the distance between them which is 132 mm. And defining its distance from the outside of the body. Click on the edge of the rectangle and the body which is 496.50 mm and click OK. Now our sketch is fully defined. After that click on feature and select Extrude Cut and here we select vertex and select the point. After that click on blind and enter distance is 51.50 mm and click OK. So you can see here the Extrude Cut is produced on this face. As we selected vertex, you can also select the face, or the sketch going to Extrude Cut from this vertex or face, and the depth is 51.50 mm. Here we again apply Extrude Cut command. So for this click on the face, simply draw two rectangle here and defining the length and the width of this rectangle which is 475 mm. Now defining the width This is 107.50 mm. Now defining the second rectangle dimension, which are same as the previous one, 475, and width is 107.50. Now defining the distance between both these two rectangles, which is 530 mm. Defining the distance from the first one rectangle from the origin, the first point of the rectangle, here I'm going to define its distance from the edge, which is 108 mm. Click OK. Click on the rectangle edge and select the body edge, defining distance from the edge, which is 1652.69 mm. Now the sketch is fully defined. After that, click on Extrude Cut command and extrude it cut in blind direction, which is 51.50 mm, and click OK. Now we are again going to draw a rectangle here, same as the previous one. Click on Smart Dimension. I'm going to define the dimension of this rectangle, which is 385 mm. Now defining its width, which is 107.50 mm. Now select the edge of the rectangle and the edge of the body. Now defining the distance from the edge, which is 587.27, and from the bottom side, which is 108 mm. After that, again click on feature and select Extrude Cut and extrude it cut to 51.50. Now we are going to extrude both. Click on line command and draw a rough sketch like this. After that, click on Smart Dimension and defining its dimension, which is 322.50. Now defining its height, 274 mm. Continue with the line command. Or you can also draw a half sketch and make it mirror from the center of the line. Now defining its distance from the origin, which is 158.50 mm. Now the sketch is fully defined. You can mirror this sketch or you can draw the whole sketch with the help of line command. The dimensions are same from the center line. After that, click on feature and select Extrude Both and extrude both this sketch up to 589 mm and click OK. After that, we are going to apply Extrude Cut feature. So for this, again select front plane and keep this plane in normal position and draw a sketch here. Click on Smart Dimension, start sketch from the origin, draw a straight line from the origin, which is 346.29 mm. Continue with the line command. Here I am going to show its dimension, adding relation perpendicular with the line. Now again draw a line, make relation between this edge of the body, defining the angle. Click on first line and second line, defining its angle, which is 67.8 degree. After that, draw a straight line from this edge, which is 146.93, and again draw a line from the origin, defining the angle between these two lines, which is 22.2 degree. Now defining the height of this line, which is 203.87 mm. After that, click on arc command and draw an arc here having radius 99.07, and again draw a circle here having diameter of 100.50 mm. Now defining the distance of the circle center point and the origin, which is 174.93. Now defining its height. Click on first point and select the origin, which is 166.43. Click OK. Now this sketch is fully defined. Click on feature and select Extrude Cut command and Extruded Cut in blind direction, which is 523 mm, and click OK. After that, we are going to again Extrude Cut. On sketch and click edit sketch. Now simply draw a rectangle with the reference of origin, defining the length and the width of this rectangle, which is 1071 mm and having length of 1180 mm. Now defining its distance from the origin, click on the origin and select the edge of the rectangle, which is 98.50 mm. Click OK. After that, click on feature and select Extrude Cut and extrude it cut up to 245 mm. Click OK. Now here we are again going to apply Extrude Cut. Now select the front plane again and draw a rectangle here. And see the dimension of this rectangle, having width of 107.50 mm and total length of this rectangle is 692.50, and the distance from the edge of the body, which is 496.50 mm, and the height from the base side, which is 132 mm. And after that, click on feature and select Extrude Cut. From the Extrude Cut, select the vertex, select this one edge and select blind direction, which is 51.50 mm, and click OK. After that we are again going to extrude those. For this, here we are again going to choose a plane. This sketch in normal position and select this one pair and simply draw a rectangle here, defining the length and the width of the rectangle with the help of Smart Dimension. The total length is 1180 mm. Now defining its width, which is 110 mm. After that, defining its distance from the origin. So click on the edge of the rectangle and center point, which is 278.50 mm. Now click on feature and select extrude boss and extrude it boss up to 913.50 mm in the upward direction. Now here we are again going to apply extrude cut. For this we again need to draw a sketch. Click on face and select sketch command. After that, click on line command and draw a line from the edge, which is 668.50 mm. Now defining its length, which is 1180 mm. Now defining its height, which is 668.50 mm. Continue with the line command, again draw a line, defining its height, which is 279.55 mm. After that, we need to define the angle between these two lines, which is 45.87 degree. Continue with the line command. Again draw a line, which is 489.95. And draw a line from the second edge. Now defining its height, which is 267.50 mm. And defining the angle between these two lines. Click on first line and second line, which is 54.79 degree. Click OK. Continue with the line command. Draw a straight line, which is 285 mm. Now click on arc command and draw an arc here, having radius is 95 mm. Make the relation between these lines and the arc tangent and draw a circle from the center, which is 100.50 mm. Now the sketch is complete. After that, click on feature and select extrude cut and extrude it cut through all the body. Now we are going to mirror some feature. So select mirror command and mirror face or plane. So select front plane and feature which we need to mirror. Select here. So select this body and mirror it above the front plane and click OK. So that we are again going to apply extrude cut. So select this upper face and click on sketch command and draw a sketch here with the help of line command. And I'm going to show its dimension. Its total length is 4084.50 mm. Now defining the width of this line, which is 2658 mm. Continue with the line command. Again draw a straight line, which is 1479.50 mm. The length of the next line is 1907 mm. Now defining the angle between these two lines, which is 185.82 degree. Now draw a straight line, which is 153.55. Continue with the line command. Draw a straight line, which is 900.50 mm. The next one is 646.50 mm. Then the next line is 87.50 mm. Continue with the line command. Again a straight line, which is 1246 mm. And again draw a straight line, which is 1278.50 mm. And close the sketch with the help of line command again, which is 664 mm. Click OK. Now the sketch is fully defined. To that, click on feature. Here you can also define its width from the edge, which I forget to describe, which is 87.50 from the edge of the body. Same in all directions, 87.50. Now click on feature and select Extrude Cut. And extrude it cut up to 253.50 mm. After that, we again need to extrude cut the body. So select the upper face and click on sketch. Again draw a rough sketch here. Click on smart dimension. Here I'm going to show its dimension. Now defining its length, this point to this point, which is 2257.16 mm. After that, you can simply click on convert entities and convert the sketch, and after that click on extrude cut and extrude it cut up to 70 mm in downward direction. Again we are going to apply extrude cut feature. Select this face and draw a sketch here again. Defining the width of the sketch, which is 237.66 mm. Defining the length, 2717.72 mm, and meet these points with each other with the help of line command. After that, click on feature and again select extrude cut. From here, select offset from the surface. So select this face and make it offset from 70 mm. Click OK. And extrude it cut offset from this face up to distance of 70 mm. Now we are going to apply extrude boss feature again. So for this we need to create a sketch. So for this, here we use any plane. Okay, here we are selecting the face to create the sketch. Click on this one face and click on sketch and draw a rectangle, defining the length and the width of this rectangle. The length is 250 mm. Now defining the width, which is 125 mm, and click OK. After that, defining its distance from the edge for the body, which is 855 mm, and click OK. After that, click on feature and select extrude boss and extrude it boss up to distance of 445 mm. Now we apply extrude cut on this. So select this face and keep this face in normal position and click on line command. And draw a sketch here with the help of line command. First of all, draw a line from the edge, which is 135 mm. Continue with the line command. Now defining the width of this line, which is 62.50 mm. Now draw a straight line, which is 135 mm. Now defining the angle between both these two lines, so click on first line and second line. Defining the angle, which is 94 degree, and meet these two lines. And extrude cut through all, or select up to surface, select this face and extrude cut. After that, we are going to apply fillet on this one, extrude cut body. Now selecting the three edges, the first one, second one and third one, and enter the radius is 20 mm, click OK. You can see the changes here. The fillet applied on the edges having value of 20 mm. After that, select mirror command and mirror this extrude boss or extrude cut and fillet with the reference of front plane. Now we are again going to extrude boss. So select this one face and draw two rectangles. Now defining the length and the width. This is 250 mm. Now defining its width, which is 125 mm. Click OK. Continue with the line command. Again draw a rectangle, defining its length and width. This is 250 mm. Now defining its width, which is 125 mm. Now defining its distance from the origin, which is 758.50 mm. Now defining the second one rectangle distance, which is 759.15 from the origin. After that, click on feature and select extrude boss and again extrude boss this sketch to a distance of, here we select up to surface, or you can enter the distance. Now up to surface, let me check again. Here having some confusion. Click on evaluate and to measure its distance from the body. That is 358.5 mm. So you can also enter the distance, click on feature and extrude it base up to a distance of 358 mm. Now again we are going to apply extrude cut. So for this, select this face of the rectangle and click on line command and draw a sketch here. Now defining its length and width. This is 135 mm. Defining its width, which is 62.50. Now defining the angle between these two lines, which is 94 degree. The sketch is same as the previous one which we applied extrude cut on this edge. Extruded cut through all the body, or select the face up to surface. Now again we are going to apply extrude cut on the second one rectangle. So again draw the same sketch and extrude it cut. You can check here, angle is 94 degree and width is 62.50 mm, and extrude it cut from the body. Now we are going to apply fillet on these edges. Now select the three edges and enter the radius value is 20 mm and apply fillet on these two features. Now here we are again going to apply extrude cut. So select this face and draw a rectangle from the center of the origin. Now defining its length and width. Click on smart dimension. Its total length is 437 mm. Now defining its width, which is 126.75 mm. Click OK. After that, select feature and extrude it cut up to a surface. Select this one face and extrude it cut. Now we are going to apply some fillets on the body. Click on fillet command and apply fillet on these two edges having radius value of 320 mm. Continue with the fillet command. Apply fillet on these two edges from the bottom side having radius value of 100 mm. Again click on fillet and select the upper edges of this extrude boss. Select all the four edges and apply a fillet having radius value of 40 mm. Now again continue with the fillet command. Now select all the outer edges of this body. You can see the blue area is showing the fillet. So select all these edges of the body, the outer edges, selecting these 4 edges and enter our radius values 20 mm and apply fillet. You can see here fillet apply on the all edges having radius value of 20 mm. Now proceeding further, again continue with the fillet command. Now select the edges here and apply a radius of 10 mm and click OK. Now you can see that on the outer edges the radius applied having value of 10 mm. Select the inside edges as well as outside edges which on the all extrude cut which are we applied on the outer surface, and select this extrude boss, the outer edges only, and apply a fillet having radius value of 10 mm. Again we are going to apply fillet having radius value of 10 mm. So select all these edges which are shown in blue color and apply a fillet having radius value of 10 mm. Now we are going to make use of split command. So for this, first of all, we draw again a rectangle, defining the length and the width of this rectangle from the center of the origin, which is 2318 mm. Now defining its width, which is 1867.67 mm. Now defining its distance from the origin, which is 4242 mm. After that, exit from the sketch command. And in command section you can search split line. After that, click on selection, so select the sketch. After that we need to select the faces. So here the blue color showing the faces which we have selected for making use of split command. The upper face of the body and this one only, and select this face. Click OK. Now hide the sketch. You can see here a line is created. You can hide or unhide the body. The split line is basically used to place a line on the face without having any sketch. You can see the sketch is created on the both sides of the body with the help of split line. Now we are applying extrude cut, making the use of previous one sketch, and click on extrude cut and extrude cut through all the body. Now we are going to loft. So for this we need to create a sketch here. So select this face and click on line command and draw a line edge to edge. and again draw a straight line defining its length, which is 379.78, same as in this direction, and draw a arc which is 4142 mm, and now exit from the sketch. Select the upper face and draw a sketch here again. Omit these 2 points with the help of line command, and after that draw a straight line having length of 539.28 mm, same as in another direction, and after that click on arc command and draw an arc here which is 4142 mm, and now exit from the sketch. After that click on feature and select lock body and select first sketch and second sketch and lock its base. Now we are going to apply fillet. Click on feature and select fillet command. Now select the edges which are shown in the blue color. First one edge, second edge, and third edge, and face 1 and face 2. So click on this face and this face, and now enter the value of radius which is 10 mm and click OK. So you can see the changes in the lofted body. Here you can see that in feature and tree the 2 bodies are created, the first one and the second one. The split line basically is used to cut the extra part from this body, and again created with the help of lock command. So here we are going to create a plane here. Click on feature and select reference geometry and select plane. For this select this face and create a plane at the distance of 873.50 mm and click OK. Now we are again going to lock base. So first of all, create a sketch, add this plane, click on the face and begin a sketch with the help of line command. Draw a straight line which is 2833.50 mm. And draw a straight line from the edge which is 455 mm, same in this direction. This is 455 mm. Now click on arc command and draw an arc which is 4142. I'm meeting these 2 points with the help of arc having radius value of 4142 mm. Now the sketch is complete and exit from the sketch command. Now we are going to create the second sketch which is created on the plane number 2. Continue with the help of line command. You can simply draw a straight line making relation with this line collinear or parallel, and draw a straight line which is 2833 mm and draw two straight lines from both edges of the line, which is 267.50 mm, and again draw a line on the another edge, which is 267.50 mm. Now click on arc command and draw an arc, which is 3504.80 mm, and now exit from this sketch. After that, click on feature and select loft base. Select first sketch and second sketch and lofted base. Now we are going to apply fillet on the loft body. So select the all edges of the loft feature and apply a fillet having radius value of 20 mm. So simply you can need to select the faces, the 5 faces of the body, and apply a radius of 20 mm and click OK. You can see the changes in the body. Now here we are again going to apply extrude cut. So select this face, click on sketch and draw a rectangle with the reference of origin, defining the length and the width of this rectangle, which is 1661. Now defining the total width. Which is 400 mm. Now we are going to apply fillet on the edges, defining the radius value, which is 25 mm at the all 4 corners. Click OK. After that, select extrude cut. From extrude cut, first of all we select from offset, make it offset, which is 1000 mm from this face. After that, select offset from this face and select this face and select a reverse offset and enter 100 mm. So the extrude cut is produced on this face having depth of 100 mm. Now continue with the sketch command, select this face and again draw a rectangle here. From the center of the origin, now defining the length of the width of this rectangle, which is 1067 mm. Now defining its width, which is 350 mm. Click OK. After that, click on feature and select extrude cut and extrude it cut up to distance of 400 mm. Now again we are going to apply extrude cut. So again select the upper face, keep this face in normal position and going to draw a sketch here. So again draw a rectangle here from the center of the origin. Now defining its length and width, which is 1305 mm. Now defining its width, which is 294 mm. Now defining its distance from the previous one rectangle edge, which is 56 mm. Now click OK. Click on feature and select extrude cut again and extrude it cut up to a distance of 50 mm in downward direction. Now we are again going to extrude both. So select this face and keep this face in normal position and going to draw a circle here. Click on smart dimension and defining the diameter, which is 330 mm. Now defining its distance from the upper edge, so 225 mm, and the distance of the circle center from the outer edge, which is 175 mm. Click OK. Again click on feature and select extrude boss. And extruded boss up to this surface. You can select up to next. In up to next, it automatically consider the next phase, or you can select the up to surface. Here we are again going to create a plane number 3. So click on feature and again select reference geometry. Okay, this plane is created on a sketch. First of all, we need to see the sketch here. So this sketch is created on the front plane. Select front plane and select line command. And draw a straight line which is 637.50 mm. And again draw a line at the angle of 100 degree. Now defining the length of this line, which is 134.50 mm. Now click on line command and again draw a construction line, which is 135 mm. Now defining this distance from the edge of the body, which is 175 mm. And now exit from the sketch. After that, we need to click on feature and select reference geometry and need to create a plane here. So for this, we need to select point, line sketch, and the second reference is the upper point, sketch number 33. It automatically going to create a plane here on this point. Click OK. Now we are going to draw a circle on plane number 3. Now defining the diameter of the circle, click on smart dimension. Escape from the smart dimension command. Here we are going to draw an ellipse. So the dimension of the ellipse is shown here. Distance from the axis is 28 mm. So click on center point and select this one, which is 65.75 mm. Continue with the smart dimension command. Click on center point and select the upper point, the y-axis direction, which is 57.50 mm. Now defining this distance click on center point of the ellipse, select the origin, defining the distance between the center point of the ellipse and origin, which is 28 mm, and click OK. Now exit from the sketch. Now the second one sketch is already created with the help of line command. After that, click on feature and select swept thin, and select first sketch and second sketch, and here select thin feature and enter a thickness of 1 mm and click OK. In the inward direction, you can see the swept thin. By entering thin feature, the swept was created having hollow surface. If we simply select the swept base command, it converted into solid body. But when we select a thin feature in swept thin command, the swept base is having a wall thickness which is 1 mm. Continue with the extrude base command. Will taking some time because the file is becoming too heavy with a number of commands. It will take some time to process. Now we are going to extrude boss again. So for this we need again to draw a rectangle from this face. So simply click on face and click on sketch and draw a sketch here. You can also use the previous one sketch which I used to make an extrude cut on the body. After that, click on feature and select extrude boss and extruded boss. So here we select surface or face plane, and in the next here we select face 2, which is show you in green color. After that, select offset from surface and select this one face and enter distance of 15 mm. Click OK. So you can see the changes. The extrude boss body is created here. Now we are going to apply fillet on the extrude boss. Select the inside edges and the outside edges. On the outside edges, fillet is applied having radius value of 5 mm. And on the inner edges, the radius value is 20 mm. So select all the inner edges and enter radius value is 20 mm. At the end, we are again going to extrude boss. So again, select this one face and draw a rectangle from the center of the origin. Now defining the total width and the length of this rectangle. The width is 183 mm. Now defining the total length. Which is 183 mm. So this is an scale. You can make offset from this sketch. Apply fillet on the all edges having radius value of 15 mm. Continue with the sketch command. After that, click on offset entities and select all the outer edges of this sphere and make it offset in the inward direction at the distance of 10 mm and click OK. After that, click on feature and select extrude boss command. And select surface or face plane. So select this one face, it is shown in green color, and make it extrude boss up to a distance of 15 mm and click OK. Now the turret bed is completed, which is used in Volvo Excavator. You can also apply some appearances on this whole body. Click on body and select appearances and select body. As choose any color from the appearances. So here I am selecting the black color. And click on OK. You can also copy the appearances, but you should right click and select copy appearances and right click on the body and select paste. So let's select body and paste the appearances on the body. So now the turret bed is completed for Volvo Excavator. Continue with the video for the next part. Thanks for watching the video.